AIDS and I don't even know her name. I said, my cousin is dying of AIDS and I don't even know her name. Thoughts of AIDS coming from gays, junkies, or Vietnamese racist monkeys in U.S. laboratories won't do anything to help my cousin see her next birthday or the birthday of her child. It's insane when I think of those slain in vain by this disease with quote-unquote unknown origins, but of course it's worse now because it's closer to home. I often think about my cousin and how her husband was slain by this AIDS Grim Reaper, and then I dug even deeper and found out that he died because he had to choose between money for expensive AIDS medicine or financial aid to feed his children. And so now that he's dead and going hungry, I guess he must have died in vain, and I don't even know her name. The United States drug companies won't lower the prices of their medicine, and so now she's too waits to die, impoverished and ashamed, and I don't even know her name. No more school for her sons, and I don't even know her name. Her daughter might be raped by a gang of infected men in a futile search to cure their pain, and I don't even know her name. But her children died too because of this damn U.S. drug game, and I don't even know her name. My cousin is dying of AIDS, and I don't even know her name. And I know this sounds repetitive, but for my entire life, her existence in my mind was negative. And so now that she's HIV positive, I feel like I have to make up for lost time because there's too much time lost before she's tossed into that statistical category of Africans that die from AIDS, malaria, TB, and probably common colds. But since we don't know their names and Americans believe that all Africans are the same, then unless they died from war or famine, then they must have died from AIDS. Not old age, not rabies, even the babies. Let them all die from that disease we call AIDS. You know that AIDS. Some say it means acquired immune deficiency syndrome, but it might as well mean Africans impoverished death syndrome because we don't care for their names. Right? Well, wrong, because from now on, I'm going to sing my cousin's song, and the songs of the throngs of those dying in numbers so large that rivers are forming from the tears of the crying, but mounting AIDS deaths keep these rivers from ever drying. And so I'm going to sing this song for my cousin and fight the fight for her husband, because you see, failure to pay exorbitant prices for name brand medicine means my cousin may die ashamed. But at least for this one soul, it won't be in vain, because by the time you hear this testimony, I will have at least known her name. You see, her name is not African statistic number 10,000,001 or whatever number will get these research companies more money. And by the way, I gotta tell my boys that joking about AIDS never was and still isn't funny. And if they or you ask why, I will tell them that my cousin, who is she? She is dying of AIDS. That's right. And though many of you may not give a damn, for those of you that care, please join me in a moment of silence for Kuishi's prayer.